Hey Geminis, it's your girl Tasha, aka Mama Gem, aka Gem the Butterfly. And I just want to say thank you to all of you who have been supporting the channel, watching me on Instagram, liking and sharing and subscribing to the videos. Welcome new subscribers. This video will be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for February 2017. All right. So let's just see what we have coming in for my Gem twins. Y'all know I'm a Gem Gemini, myself, Gemini to the day I die. So let's see what's coming up for us in the month of February. Let's see. Yeah, I have a card that is face up and I cannot stand when I'm trying to shuffle and I see a card that is not in the right direction as the other cards. So I had to change that. Give me a second. Let me just concentrate on the cards. Well, your outcome card is first. Let's just get to it then. That's what I'm feeling with Gemini. Let's see what your challenge. Let me bring these cards over so we can have enough space. Pass. For those who know me and who have been rocking with me for a long time, y'all know the way I draw, the way I pull my cards is totally unique. And I see where I'm told to put the cards, and that's where I put them. Hold on one second, guys. I gotta get your. I'm gonna do a self-care. I keep wanting to. You know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and say I'm gonna call it self-care behavior cards because every time I use these cards, I always want to call them self-care behavior cards. So I'm gonna just call it that because self-care is a form of behavior. Oh, well, we're just gonna let that box sit right there, baby. And I'm gonna pull a card for the Gem twins, whatever that one is. All right. All right, Geminis, let's see what we have coming in for you. At the very center, the general energy for the reading is the Ten of Cups in reverse, being crossed by the Ace of Cups. The very foundation why all of this is happening, the Four of Swords. In the past, the Five of Wands. Presently going on, the Queen of Cups. Moving forward into, and technically literally moving forward in mid-month or in the near future, you have the Knight of Wands. You in the present position, you getting the fuck out of there. The Chariot. How people are viewing you or what's going on in your external environment, you have the Temperance in reverse. Your hopes, wishes, and expectations, the Hermit, and your outcome right now, Gemini, is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So, you know, I feel like Geminis, as far as the other readings that I've conducted, the monthlies, you're kind of following suit in a sense. I feel like for some of you, you're just done. Now, again, this definitely I can see how this can relate to a love situation, but I also can see too for you, Gemini, that this is about your state of happiness. This is about your what brings you fulfillment, what brings you satisfaction. Because with the Ten of Cups in reverse, I feel like emotionally you feel things have not been going your way. Now, granted, I feel like with the Ten of Cups in reverse, it's still not a bad card. Okay, let's not, when we see the Ten of Cups, we automatically think like, it's still, it's not the best card, but there's still some happiness here. There's still a smile, I like to say, when I see this card in reverse. I feel like what it does is, because this 10 breaks down to the number 1, it is a new beginning coming here, and there is a new beginning, all right? Here with the challenge with the Ace of Cups in reverse, I feel like Gemini has a hard time starting over. I feel like Gemini may have a hard time wiping the slate clean. If this is regarding a family situation or a relationship situation, I feel like someone let you down. in the past. I don't feel like this is could possibly be within the month of February, but I feel like this feels to me like this is something that has already occurred. And so you're at a point now where February is a very pivotal month for you, okay? So you're at a point where you're going to have to decide whether or not how well no not even whether or not how you will proceed forward, okay? Your attitude in proceeding forward. um Someone in the past, or some could be a couple of people, could be some issues at work. I feel like there was some conflicts, it was competitions, it was a lot of just drama and pettiness. All of this is going on. So I feel like for some of you there's a need for forgiveness during the month of February, okay? Whether this is a work situation with a coworker, maybe someone you find out somebody did some gossiping about you behind your back. This could be, of a family situation. If there was, I feel like there were words exchanged. Tell me, give me a card for clarify, because I want to know exactly what happened in the past. Okay, let me see. This card here. Yes, I know. I feel like somebody. Okay, so there was a lack of support here. All right. Again, verbal. It could be verbal support. It could be financial support. But I feel like maybe somebody placed you in a bad position, Gemini. Um, it feels like a position where you had to fend for yourself, or a position where you had to, um, maybe they left you in a financial bind. Something, maybe, it could have been some type of betrayal. You thought some people were your friends, but they're not. But regardless, okay, I feel like your eyes have been open. And so again, you're at a place now where you're you're ready to move forward. It's trying to stay optimistic about what's lying ahead. I guess that's the best way that I can put it. Because again, I feel like you did take a hit in the past, but you adjusted. Okay, there's a sense of betrayal here. So if this was a relationship, maybe there was some some outsiders involved within the relationship. Maybe your spouse or your mate, they didn't hold up on their side of the financial bills. Something that has caused you to look at someone or a group of people, or just life in a different aspect. But again, like I said, you've moved past that, because where you are now, well, I'm sorry, with the foundation is the Four of Swords. Okay. And so the Four of Swords here, I feel like this is you just needing a rest from all of the stress. This is like the do-over from you. Again, like I told you, there was some type of disagreement or disappointment, betrayal, heart. There was an affair of the heart. You have so many cups here. It was an affair of the heart. Okay. Something or someone let you down. I feel this so strongly. But it's like now you're at the place where you're recovering, and you're trying to wipe the dirt off. You're wiping the tears away, and you're ready to look for, and you're ready to love again. You're ready to open up again. Okay. Now I feel like for some of you, um the Queen of Cups is a mother. Okay. So with this family situation, it could be a mother, but I feel like this is more of an energy for some of you, um that how, for those who have children, and everybody has a mother, so you should be able to relate to this. When your children have disappointed you, or you have disappointed your parents, and I mean a major disappointment, something that you failed, someone, there was a sense of failure here. But there is unconditional love. I feel like with the Queen of Cups, she definitely represents unconditional love to me, because she is a mother. I feel like that is the energy that you guys are taking on right now. Now, that doesn't mean to say that these people who betrayed you in the past, you ready to hang out with them again, right? But I feel like for you, you genuinely, whoever this was, you genuinely had love for these people, but you also realize that people will fail you, okay? And you understand that, I feel like you're gaining a deeper understanding of how not to have expectations of people, and you understand that people will fail you. And that's okay. That's okay, because that was ultimately, I feel like it's a spiritual card, because you realize ultimately that may have it's been a part of the plan. Maybe these people were not supposed to be going where you're going, because you're definitely moving here, okay? I feel like for some of you, again, you ain't trying to have them come over to your house for the barbecue. You ain't trying to hang out and go with no place with them anymore, but it's like there's no love lost, okay? um I don't feel like you're going to definitely rock as hard for them as you have done for in the past. But if these people or persons, whatever, if they needed something from you, I still feel like and that's a Gemini thing. I don't feel like you would go head over heels and, bust your ass for them, but you will do it, because you know what it's like to need somebody, or well, not need somebody, but to need help or need assistance. And I feel like what I hear is let bygones be bygones. So you're willing to let bygones be bygones, but again, you ain't really trying to fuck with them. I hope you guys understand. I feel like you guys will. You Geminis, you know what I'm saying. A person crosses us, and we give so much, and sometimes we overgive, and people betray us, and they look at it as a weakness or whatever. And it's those same people that will break away from you are the same people that will come back to you. And because we have this duality to our nature, there's a part of us to be like, yeah, you know what, fuck you and all that you stand for hurting me. But then there's another part like, you know what, deep down inside you kind of knew it that these people would do this to you anyway, and you don't expect a lot from people. And I feel like in the grand scheme of things, with that understanding, that's a good trait for Geminis, because again, you don't put things past people, okay? Because us ourselves have our own dualistic nature. We're not perfect either. So I feel like the more you have unconditional love for yourself, the more you can have unconditional love for someone else. And again, this is about, learning how to love someone from afar, or from a place of detachment. There is a sense of um, reality. Whatever this was, it snapped you back into reality regarding the relationship, or this person. But you know what, you get it, you understand, how things go. Geminis, we are very perceptive, and we're very keen to the inner workings of the world. So again, that's where you are. You just like, you know what, I, we can't even hold grudges for a long time anyway. Y'all know that we can't. We try, at least I can't. I try to, but I can't. So you just like, you know what, all right. Because I feel like in some instances with this type of relationship, what this is, it's not something that you could physically move yourself from. It feels like there is some type of existing bond between you and these people. Okay. Now, if this wasn't a situation where it involved people, maybe for some of you, you betrayed yourself. Okay. Maybe you did some hurtful things to yourself. Maybe you let yourself down. Okay. And I feel like you were in a period where you were beating yourself up for the decisions that you have made. But coming up in the mid-month, you have the Knight of Wands. And I love the Knight of Wands in this position for you, because I feel like the Knight of Wands is an action card for me. It is definitely a high energy card for me. So I feel like for some of you, you have pondered, you have thought, you have meditated, you have overanalyzed, overthought, overthink, whatever. You got what I'm saying. You did all of that. All right. And so now it's time. You made your mind up. You made a definitive decision that this, what was is what was, what will be. And so you can no longer hold on to that hurt. You can no longer hold on to that pain. That's what you thought about. I feel like for some of you, you have really been, if you haven't, you're going to be doing this right during the month of February. Um, Thinking of a master plan with this sword here. You know, he's ready almost. I don't know if you guys can see that his hand is not necessarily holding this sword. This is a sword of truth. This is a sword of realization. This is this a very like you've been in thought. Okay, you put the hurt behind you. You're resting, but you're ready to get back out there again in battle. So here you are in the middle of the month, being the Knight of Wands, with this energy. You're ready to move forward now. You're ready to get back out there again. So if this was a relationship or something that you had to walk away from, you're ready to, you're opening your eyes or your mind to the possibility of dating again. Some of you are opening yourself back up to um, dealing with this person in a certain type of capacity. I don't know what this person, for some of you, it could be like a baby mama. You could be the baby mother, could be a baby father issue, a wife, a mother. I don't know, but I just feel like maybe it was a mother type figure for you at work. But again, you're ready to go for it again, okay? Um Again, in the self position, you have the Chariot. You're moving forward. More movement here. Um I, what I keep feeling like is that you all are, whatever this was, it took you by surprise, and I feel like it kind of, dealing within this situation, it feels like it you veered off the wrong path. You veered off the path, not the wrong path, but you veered off a path. But now you're getting back on that path again, okay? So now you got your focus back. And I feel like that's for some of you, this is what you've been thinking about. That's what you realized, okay? Because in the past, it seems like you really were in a very low place. Um, Betrayal gets to Gemini. Okay, we may not show it, but it does. It gets to us. And so you've been able to, y'all, excuse me, my son is sick, but you're able now to sum it up and understand why it happened again. And so now you're ready to move forward. And it's like it actually motivated you to get on your grind, to continue on your journey. It was like, yeah, that was a little pit stop, for however many years. Um, but it is what it is now, and I'm back on it. With you being the Chariot, Gemini, I feel like this may actually, I feel like the Geminis that are more Gemini, Cancer, cusp may be more affected with this energy than other Geminis. I also feel like this energy for you will be extending towards you're going to be feeling this way. You feel very high energy between now and your birthday till June, July. Okay. This is a sign of Cancer. But I feel like, again, or maybe if you're Gemini moon, I mean, your Gemini moon, your moon is in Cancer. I feel like for some, because to me, this is more about an emotion, how you're going to deal with people later down the line. You're just going to keep it kind of feels detached, because it's nobody up there but her. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for some of you that you just focus on yourself, and you focus on what's going to make what's going to how y'all I'm getting tongue tied. I feel like you're focused on just your own purpose right now. I feel like for some of you, again, this was a mothering type issue. Maybe you were just trying to help everybody out, and like, no, I need to go ahead and do what I need to do now, and maybe you were torn about that, but I feel like there is no ambivalence about that any longer. Okay. How people are seeing you, or what's going on within your environment, you have the Temperance card. So this brings an interesting aspect for Gemini, because I feel like you're trying to straighten yourself up and get right amidst a lot of even though you're getting yourself together, I feel like whatever environment this is, it's not very conducive to you trying to maintain a level of balance. I feel like your environment is very unbalanced, okay? I feel like there's a lot of tension within your environment. Could be at work. Maybe the person who you're dealing with was a fire sign. This is a sign, the Temperance card is a sign of Sagittarius. So maybe some of you were dealing with a Sagittarius. I actually feel like some of you were really dealing with an Aries too. Sometimes when I see the Knight of Wands, I feel like that's an Aries card. But that's why you have this energy here of the Chariot, because it's like you know that you cannot allow yourself to be deterred. You cannot allow yourself to be sucked in to the energies of the environment around you. All right. So that's why you have this tunnel vision thing going on right now, which is going to be good for you. Okay. What I will say is make sure that you make time for rest, because I do feel like with this energy, this Knight of Wands, I don't know if you guys see it. The Knight of Wands and this Chariot card, it feels like if you don't have any balance with it, you don't make time to rest, that you can easily tire yourself out. Your expectations during the month of February is the Hermit card. Um, Again, just everything feels very singular for Gemini right now. You're just on your own personal quest. That's you're going back to being on your grind, doing your own thing, learning more. I feel like you're definitely putting together pieces of puzzles. I feel like during February, there are going to be instances where you're going to be, I feel like some of you are remembering certain things that people said to you, especially this person who did you wrong, or persons, and like it's going to make sense why they said it the way that they said it. You know what I mean? I feel like whatever they said to you, or it could have been an action too, um it may have kind of struck you in a weird, gave you a weird vibe, but I feel like you brushed it off. But this month you're going to be able to like decode or decipher what the true meaning was. I feel like you knew what the true meaning was then, but you didn't, you brushed it off. Okay. You just, I feel like some of you are you still kind of replaying it, but you're replaying it before you were replaying it. Just like, I can't believe this person did this, da 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 da, you know, and you were finding yourself getting upset about it. All right. Your expectations now is you are moving forward and you are um, going back and replaying the tape, and you're you're using it for your advantage now. I guess that's the best way to say it. So you can devise a tactic or a strategic plan for the future. What can I do? How can I learn from this situation? What did I take from this situation? That's what you're doing. And for some of you, either you're learning this or some of you have learned it and you're using it to as you move forward. It's almost like this is I guess it's motivation in a sense, or it feels like fuel for you to keep moving forward. Like it's a reminder for you as to why you're doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It gives you that push to keep moving forward, and it's okay, because I feel like for some of you this was a situation where again you felt like you were a part of something, and now it just made you, it just reiterated to you that you're not supposed to be a part of a group. Okay. And I feel like that for some Geminis, that has been a struggle, but I feel like now you're getting more comfortable with it. Actually, you're starting to crave your alone time. Okay. Moving on, at the very end of the month, you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse as your outcome card. Um, I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles, there's going to be a strong need for you to devise a plan. Okay. I feel like your intentions are definitely, um, your intentions are, what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? Um, Valid. But I feel like if you're expecting to see fruitful gains from what you're placing your intentions in, you're going to have to get organized. You may be struggling with organization this month, organization of thought. I feel like for some of you, if this is about you moving forward and this is a monetary issue, because again, like I said, some of you face a financial, some financial strife as a result of this. You have, it's like you have the desire and the passion to move forward, but you have to remember that you need the actual you need groundedness and centeredness and organization to execute your plan. I feel like some of you may struggle with that this month. So make sure you're writing down exactly what you want to do or how you're going to do it and adhere to that plan. Um, I also feel like for some of you that this is like a release for you as well, because it feels like you've been so uptight regarding a certain situation. Maybe for some of you, you've been coming out of, could be 5 years, 5 months, 5 years of a just um, an era of your life where you were focused and just so serious. I feel like, maybe the outcome is that for some of you, you just decide, I'm gonna let loose and have a little bit of fun. I'm gonna let loose and I'm gonna do something that's out of the ordinary. So I feel like, again, going back to this temperance, some people with this chaos in your environment, or how people are looking at you, they may be looking at you like you have lost your damn mind, because I feel like you're gonna be doing things that are just out of your ordinary. Knight of Wands, okay? The Knight of Wands has kind of a party energy, or just like to have a lot of fun. So if you are the type of person that like to stay in the house all the time, you really didn't like to do anything, you're going to be making more of your time, more social time during the month of February, okay? Let's get your, well, your self-care card. Pleasure. Indulge for some of you, okay? I feel like some of you are going to indulge yourself in pleasure. Do things that bring you pleasure, because I feel like for a while you hadn't done that, again. So you're trying to get yourself acclimated to the notion that, yeah, you do need to have fun. Yeah, you need to experience good food, good nice clothes, an electric attraction to someone, um excuse me, something that is appeasing to all of your senses. You are deserving of that. This says, well, I'll be doggone. Do something just for fun. Pleasure is one of life's essential nutrients. So it's time for you to get yourself out there. And just enjoy life for what it is right now. And again, y'all, look, I'm just checking my time. Look at this woman. Maybe for some of you, that's your whole purpose, is to be free, because the Chariot has a kind of sense of freedom card with them, or they're fighting for their freedom. They're in a war. They're going to war for something. For some of you, it's just to get that fun loving side back to you, that openness, that spontaneous side back into your life, and welcome it. Because I feel like for some of you, maybe with all this stress, that you kind of shut that down. um I was going to show you, see this card here, the Chariot. She has, I don't know if you can see it because of she has on purple. And look, this card is still is purple as well. It has lilac and pink and all these frilly stuff in here. So I feel like that is just coinciding with with your intentions here, is to be driven to do something for yourself. Because I feel like for some of you, it was a painful yet needed realization that, the people that you thought that you were sacrificing for, or the people that you thought was on your team and you were sacrificing for, they didn't do that. Um you set aside your own pleasure in order to help someone out, and I don't feel like it was returned for you. And so now it's like, to hell with all that shit. I'm going to do what makes me feel good. Okay, I'm going to do what brings pleasure to me. Okay, and it's not from a selfish standpoint. This is a self-care card, so there's nothing wrong with you ensuring that you feel good as well. And so I think the question is, this month, is how do you go about getting there? Okay, what do you do to bring this level of satisfaction back to you? I feel like for some of you, you're definitely, I keep hearing and I keep seeing somebody get rubbed down. So maybe you're getting a massage. Some of you, feel like body work or energy work. It feels like you're going to be doing things that again appeases to your senses. Maybe you're taking yourself out to a really nice dinner. Maybe you're going to listen to some really nice music. Whatever it is, something that brings joy back into your life and just kind of raises your vibration and gets you more excited about moving forward this next level, because again you're leaving something behind. Your environment is still going to be a little, haywire, but it doesn't matter. You realizing that you are in it, but not of it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like a personal reading, all of my information is in the description box down below. Thank you, guys. Bye. Have a happy February.